Hey queens, you're welcome back again to my YouTube channel. And if this is your first time coming across my channel, you're highly welcome. This is Queen Sewing Tutorials, and on this platform I drop sewing tutorials and pattern drafting. So now this is the sleeve tutorial and the flounce tutorial also. If you have been following up with these videos, then you will realize that this is the third video I am making for this particular style. The cutting video and the sewing is also available on my channel. So if you have not followed up, I urge you to watch those videos. They are up on my channel so you get updated. So with all of that being said, let's get started with the tutorials. So we'll need to start with the flounce first of all, and these are the materials I want to work with: my crinoline, hemming gum, the fabric, the sleeve, the main sleeve, and this Ankara piece is going to be for the lining. And I'll also be using that gum stay to give it structure. And this is my doll face that I'll be using for the main flounce. Sorry. So now the first thing I'm going to do is to fold my doll face into two and make sure the border is facing each other, just as you'd see me do right now. So go ahead and fold your doll face into two, and I'm just going to be cutting out one piece. So I'll be using this for the both sleeves. So I'll just cut out one piece and I will keep the other one aside so I can work on one first. So now on this one, I will further go on to fold it again into four. Like I will fold it like this, and I'm also going to be folding it like I'm still going to be folding it again. And this is so I can get a cross line. So I'm just going to be folding this into four, and I'll take this now to iron it properly so I can get my cross line. So I've gone ahead to iron this up, and right now I have my cross line, and you can also call this your creeps line. So what I want to do right now is to start measuring from my midpoint. I hope that is clear. Like from the point where I made a mark with my chalk, I will come up and determine how wide I want it to be. And for the wideness, I'm going to be using 4.5 inches. And I'm going to be marking this 4.5 inches across the four legs, like across my cross lines. I'm going to be making my 4.5 inches. So I'm just trying to reconfirm that measurement so I get an accurate circle. So guys, please remember to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that already, and turn on your notification bell so you get notified when next I post my next video. And also please remember to like this video and drop your comments in the comment section or your questions, and I'll be there to answer you. Thank you. So after I was done with that, I'm just going to be connecting it, and just take note of the way I am going to be connecting. I'm going to be connecting this from my midpoint with a curve. Just see the way I am curving this to meet up with the 4.5 inches length I came up by. I hope you understand. So I'm going to be connecting this all the way around the marks I came out by. So right now I'm just trying to confirm so I have a very straight line. So I'll be ending this connection at this third line. So now from this line I stopped, I'm going to continue measuring my 4.5 inches, but right now on the new curve I made and no longer on my center point. I hope you understand. So just what I'm going to be doing now, I'm just going to be connecting again from this my curve now to get my length. And this is what I'm just going to do all the way around. So while I am doing that, I'm just going to let you know that if you are recreating this style, like if you're going to be recreating this style, you want to make sure that your flounce is really full. Like I didn't have a problem with my doll face, but I had an issue with my Ankara. So when you want to do something like this, just make sure you're using 1.5 yard of Ankara and not just 1 yard, because your doll face is wider than your Ankara. And also you need to bear it in mind that not all cases you need a very long flounce, okay? Depend on what you are using it for. Like if you are going to be making a skirt with it or anything else, you just want to make sure that you take the circumference of what you are using it for, or the style you're going to be recreating with it, and you just walk along with the circumference, because not all cases may need gathers or pleating. I hope you understand. So whatever the case may be, whatever you're going to be using a flounce for, this is the proper way to make a flounce. So you can see the way I am just patiently making this video very detailed for you. If you haven't subscribed, please remember to do that for me. And also drop a lovely comment for me. So right now I am done with getting my length and I am just going to be making my connections just like you see me do right now. So I'm just going to be connecting this with a circle all the way around where I made my marks. And to be very honest, this flounce came out so full and I really wished I had just cut this exactly the way it is, but I didn't know. Initially, I didn't know that this sleeve was not pleated. And so that was how I ended up with a smaller flounce. So that is my mistake and I hope you learned from it. Now I'm just going to be curving this again. I don't know how to explain these curves, but you see the way I am curving this because I'm about to cut this out now. And I'm going to be slanting did you see the way I slanted that part? You don't have to slant it though. You might just leave yours straight, but I just went on to slant mine. So right now it is time for me to cut this out and I'm just going ahead to cut it out. So remember I will be making 2 pieces for this, for the main flounce, and also I'll be cutting 2 pieces for the lining. So I'm still going to be placing this again and I'll be cutting 3 of this again. And I'll also be cutting out my door face. Anyways, let me just allow you watch this part before I rush you with the rest. So right now I have a very, very long flounce, and to be honest with you, I would advise you to just make use of the initial flounce. Did you see now that I've gone ahead to cut this out? Like I've gone ahead to take out from the flounce, and now I have a smaller flounce. That was why my sleeve didn't come out so full. So right now I'm going to be cutting out my gum stay, and I'll be cutting 2 of these gum stay. So if you have watched up to this very point, I hope you are understanding. If you are not understanding anything, please let me know in the comment section. But I know this thing is actually quite explanatory though. So right now, you see what I have? I have 2 pieces of doll face, 2 pieces of Ankara, and 2 pieces of gum stay. So I'll be taking this over to my sewing machine now, and I'll be sewing it with my crinoline. Okay, you know crinoline, yes, I think it's crinoline. I don't I shall be using it, and you see the way I am placing it, right? So this is how I'm going to be sewing it together with my gum stay and my Ankara and my doll face also. So also have it in mind that I've already gone on to iron this, and I ironed that on my doll face, please. So after I was done with the whole sewing, I went on to turn this over to the right side, and I am going to be taking this also to the sewing machine again, and I'll be sewing the seam to make this thing relaxed, because when you sew it, it becomes so hard. So you need to make it relax, especially at that part, at this down part right now. It becomes so hard. No matter how you iron it, it may not even relax properly. So the best thing is to go inside the seam and make a top stitch. Okay, so you want to make a top stitch on the lining. So you don't want your thread to show on the main body. Like you don't want it to be showing. For me now, I don't want it to be showing on my doll face. So I want this to be showing on the lining, which is the Ankara. So I'm going to be running a top stitch to make it hidden, okay, and to also make it relax. So now I have done that, and you can see how relaxed this is even before ironing. I've not even ironed at this point. Right now I want to take this over now to iron it, and I'll be using my hemming gum to iron. I want to be ironing with my hemming gum because I want my crinoline to relax very well, okay. And I'll also be ironing this on the lining piece. Since my crinoline is already relaxing on that point, I'll be ironing on the lining piece. So queens, I will urge you to try watching up my short videos, because over there I am always dropping all of this behind the scenes. Like some of these clips, I can't include them into my videos because it's just going to be too long. As you can see, this one is almost 14 minutes. and I don't want that to just, I don't like long videos, honestly. So if you want to really get the full pictures of everything, I would really urge you to follow up my short videos. Thank you. So right now at this point, we are through with the flounce. So I'm just going to be making a top stitch on this. I have gone ahead to make a stitch, and I'm just taking out the excess from it, and it is time for me to sew this onto my sleeve. So if you've watched this video up to this very point, I really want to appreciate you for your patience and your support. It really means a lot to me. Thank you very much, and I hope you are actually gaining value from this. And if you have followed up from the starting of this tutorials, like from the very first video, then we realized that when I was cutting this sleeve, it was short. It was around 7.5 inches, and the person had already told me that she didn't want hers to even be as short as the original dress. And after I figured out how to make this sleeve, I realized that if I follow the original sleeve I cut, then it's going to be way shorter. So I just had to cut out another sleeve. So I'm showing you this so that you will know when you are making your choice, okay? If you cut a short sleeve, by the time you are making your flounce, then just know that it's going to be short. Like it's going to be shorter than what you actually cut. So I made this like above, I think I added 2.5 inches to this original sleeve. So right now, this is the one I'm going to be working on, and I'm just going to be putting that other one aside. So after I was done with this, I'm just going to be working on one part. And for this, I will come up by 2.5 inches, but just do 3 inches, okay? If you want it to be high, just do 3 inches. I think 3 inches or even 3.5 will be better. So, but I used 2.5 inches for this particular one. So I'm just going to be rolling that with my ruler. So queens, as a fashion designer or a tailor, I am going to be dropping a short video. And that video is coming up very soon. I'm just trying to make sure I finish up with all these tutorials on ground before I make that video, okay? It's going to help you. I want you to look out for that video. I think that video will be available on my shorts. It's a long video, but it's going to be available on my shorts. So look out for that video, and as a fashion designer, you will learn 18 or 2. Okay, so I've gone ahead to take my 1 inch seam allowance from both sides, and I'm just going to be marking 1 inch all the way across. From that 1 inch I came out by, and the other 1 inch I came in by, if you understand what I mean. So I'm going to bring out my flounce now, and I will be making a curve all around those 1 inches lines I marked. I hope you're understanding me now. And I'll be taking this over to my sewing machine, and this is the way I'm going to be sewing on it. Like I will just be making these curves or this scallop or whatever you can call it, but I'm just going to be making it around to get that effect, that flounce effect on the original sleeve. I hope you see how it is coming out. So that is how you go about it. So initially I was thinking this was a pleated sleeve, but it wasn't a pleated sleeve. So in case you don't understand everything I am saying, just go on to watch what I am doing. And in case this other video I just put right now is too fast for you, then the full video is on my shorts. It's a short video. I just cut out that clip to make you understand perfectly well. I don't want to include it in this video because it's going to be too long. So right now that I was done, you see the way I am cutting it. Yes, you have to cut it so that your flounce will come out very well. If you just leave it like that, it will not come out well. So you go on to cut it so that you can separate them. You understand? So when I mean cutting it, I don't mean you're going to cut across the line you stitched, okay? This is like a notch. You just go on to notch it so your flounce can come out well. So with that, we have come to the end of this tutorial, and I hope it was helpful. I hope you got value from it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!